Hello, welcome or welcome back. My name is Emily and this is Emily on a Budget. And today we are cash stuffing into our sinking funds and savings challenges. $580. I think it might be $570. I don't know. I wasn't about to count it again. I was done with that. So, hello. I have no clue when I'm posting this. I am dreadfully behind. It is what it is. This is our first cash stuffing of April, though. Woohoo! It is a 5-week month, a magic month for us. And I have some fun updates in here because I filed my taxes and I paid my taxes. And there was some money left over from my tax savings. So, we'll get into that. If you're new here, again, hi, I'm Emily, the girl on the budget. I am a mom, a wife to 2 kids. I have a dog. I have chickens. We have land. I'm a licensed massage therapist. My husband works for the autos, and these are our sinking funds and savings challenges. So let's get into them, shall we? First up is beef. We get a cow share every year, have a cow, and it is fully funded. So I took $600 from what was left over from what I set aside for taxes and fully funded this. So we're done. That's an extra $200 a month not going into there. So moving onward, kids is getting $10 this week. And April, if you've been here a little while, you might have heard me say that April is kind of a crazy doctor's appointment month. We literally, next week, we have 3 days of doctor's appointments. And then the week after that, we have 3 days of doctor's appointments. So it's just going to be very busy. And because our doctor's appointments, 3 of them, are at the downtown hospital. We're going to have a fun day in downtown afterwards, after one of them, and go to like the Children's Museum and some of the other places. So that's what this money is going to be used for. So right now it has $10, $15 in it. And I will probably pull a little more depending on if we go either next week or the week before, or the week after. I might add a little more into there. You just heard a kid come in and go out. So sorry about that. Memberships is getting $20. We are on a break right now from homeschool while I film this. So they are supposed to be upstairs eating their lunch, and my daughter is obviously not. So memberships now got 20. It now has 100, 200, 220, 240, 260 in it. And this one's going to stay steady at $20 a week. And that will help us hit all our goals for our memberships. This is just Amazon Prime. And then so we have a museum membership and a zoo membership. Give me a minute, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Apparently we didn't get the first snow and understand it. All right, birthdays is getting $25. And no, I'm not a mean, horrible mom. It really was nothing. She comes in, she's like, I need to tell you something. Okay, tell me. And then it's 5 minutes of debating what she wants to tell me and making it up in her head. So no, she doesn't actually need me. She just wants to talk to me. Birthdays now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 105 in it. And yes, I am bumping this up to $25 a week just to give us a little more birthday cushion, especially as my kids get older. And I might increase that in the future. I don't know. Hair, nails, massage. This is getting $40, and I did go get myself a massage. My neck was so out of whack, and my legs were killing me. So I went to our massage studio and saw one of my colleagues. So I actually need to call and reschedule my other massage for April and move that to May because I'm good, number 1, and 2, I scheduled it on a day where we have like 2 doctor's appointments, and I was like, what was I thinking? So I need to move that. So this now has 20, 40, 60, 80. And if you're wondering why massage gets such a bulk of money, it's because I am a massage therapist, and if I don't take care of myself, I cannot take care of others. And there would go a chunk of our income that would fill this. I calculated it out the other day. We could live off of my husband's income alone. We'd be fine. This would not be happening though. So when you see me stuff this is a majority of my paychecks going into this. His paychecks cover mortgage, groceries, gas, the ability to live. So homeschool is also getting bumped up to $25. Just start giving this a little more cushion in it. So homeschool now has 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 5, 10. $210 in homeschool. And I had a grand plan with what I was going to do with our tax money, because I know I set aside a certain amount every month because I can make more in interest than it costs me in penalty. Don't follow my advice. This is just, it works for me. I make more in interest than I do paying the tax penalty. So I just pay the penalty every year for whatever I owe. And so this year, I was very excited. I was like, okay, we're going to have a nice chunk of change. And then my husband, who you can probably figure out which auto he works for, didn't get profit sharing this year. And he had plans for that profit sharing, which you should never do. Don't ever have plans for your profit sharing because there's no guarantee they're going to give it to you. Yeah, so he was going to pay off his credit card that he had. And I was like, okay, we're just going to use what's left over for the tax money and we'll pay off the credit card. So I had about $400 left to myself after paying that off, which is not bad. Like, that's pretty good. So I did buy myself a few things, and then we'll see wherever I put the rest of that $400. It will probably end up in medical, let's be honest. Did I say medical earlier? And I didn't stuff no. Okay, now we're on medical, which this is going to get burned through a little bit, at least 100 of it. So it's getting 25 today, but it's going to get burned through this month because all of my daughter's doctor's visits will have copays. We have a well child for my son and my daughter, and then a well visit for myself. So those should not have copays. But then my daughter has 3 of her specialist visits, and those will each have a $25 copay. Hopefully not more. We see cardiology this next week, and that's like the newest one to the bunch, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm praying and trusting God that it's going to be like, oh, must have been a fluke, like what your doctor heard in her heart, like everything looks good. So if you pray, you want to pray about that with me, I'd appreciate it. All right, so medical now has 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 205, 210, 215, 220. And part of why I might put some of that 400 in here is because I also need to get my eyes checked. I need a new prescription in order to order more contacts. So I might be doing that. Piano is getting 25. And I do know it's a magic month this month, which is why I'm not stuffing more than 25 today, because I will have 5 stuffings to do. So that will cover the 125 that I will owe for next month, because there's 5 Fridays next month. So 5 piano lessons. So piano right now has 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 125. So that we'll pay her tomorrow for her 100 for April. And then we'll make sure we stuff 125 this month for next month. And then we are actually stuffing our spending this week. So I'm getting a 10. And my husband's getting a 10. So that's exciting. That's all they have is $10. But you know what? It's a start. And it's better than nothing. All right? Okay, next binder. If you're new here and you're like, is there order to her binder? No, there is none, other than that's where I put it when I started, and that's where it will forever live. So it is what it is. Date night has 210 in it and a $100 gift card. We have not used yet. Eating out is getting nothing. I might take 100 from my tax savings and put it in eating out. We'll see. Household is getting a 10. We're slowing this one down just a smidge for right now because it's okay. So it has 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, 120. So we might go back to stuffing 20s in here. We might not. We'll see. But right now, it's good. So babysitting is getting stuffed. My father-in-law is going to need surgery, unfortunately. So if you guys could pray about that too, that'd be great. He's going to need surgery. So that's, I'm sure, going to affect their ability to watch my kids. And so I need to be proactive and have babysitting money. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100 is here in the babysitting money. I do not know what my kids are doing to the dog, but I think they locked him down here. And he's whining. I hope you can't hear that. Vehicle maintenance is getting $25. Thankfully for us, my husband does a majority of our maintenance. He's a mechanic, so I don't pay a lot for maintenance. I just pay like the cost of the product. So $500 in the bank. 20, 40, 60, 80, 125. And then, so on top of them not getting profit sharing, greedy people are going to be greedy, and they had just re-released the employee program for buying cars to the union members in this past contract they got. Well, now they're having to revoke it because people were giving it to their friends and family and letting them use it, and yeah. Or like buying it and then selling it, and greedy people are going to be greedy, okay? That's just a matter of fact. Animals, I have a dog, I have chickens, and I hopefully will have bees. I've been teeter-tottering on bees, and my son yesterday was like, are you going to get them? And I'm like, I guess I should. They're a good learning experience for the kids, and I love beekeeping. I just don't always have the time or energy for it. So, animals has 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 330, 340, 345, 350 in it. And that is that all set. Clothing is getting 20 this week. Yay, hooray. This has not been stuffed for a little bit. So 20, 30, 40 in clothing. We're in spring right now, so my brain has been having the hardest time with migraines, but because our weather's just been up and down, up and down. But we are finally starting to see some nice, beautiful days, so my kids might need a few new pieces of clothing. Travel has 500 in the bank, and it is getting 25. Maybe, there we go. So travel has 500, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. That's not right. 500, 20, 40, 65, 75. 575 in it. I'm like, you can't be adding 25 and have 55 as a total. Hold on. I got a kid. Again, give me a minute. Apparently my chicken nuggets are done. So that's why they needed to come tell me. So this is my garden envelope. This is getting $20. I did order 4 big planter boxes for raised beds. So those should be here this week. And then I need dirt. I need fencing. I need some new hoses. I think that's about it. I've got my seeds started. I've got the seeds I want to grow this year. I will probably, I will go to the store and get a few things like rosemary, mint, basil, things like that. I don't like starting herbs from seed. It's a pain in my butt. It's not worth my energy. If you can do it, kudos to you. I do not care to. So, garden now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 130, 140, 150, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 1 and 2. $182 in it. And this also gets my cash tips, so that's why it kind of grows at an exponential rate. So that is that done and dusted. It is Easter this weekend, and I took the Saturday before it off, and I'm so excited to have a day off. Miscellaneous has nothing. My son and I have to go to the dentist today, which I'm not looking forward to. I don't enjoy the dentist, but it has to be done. I have to be responsible, and I have to be the grown-up. So on to our holiday binder. So Valentine's Day is over. Easter, I took all the money out. I don't think I necessarily spent the entire 100, but it was just easier to put it back in the bank. Mother's Day is fully funded at 200. Father's Day also fully funded at 200. So we are working on summer fun, which is getting $25 today. So it now has 100, 20, 40, 60, 85, 95, 200. We are 2/3 of the way there. So by the end of the month, summer fun will be funded, which is fantastic. And then let's move on to our savings challenges. So first up is from the Aesthetic Dollar, and it is the 10K monthly savings challenge. This is going to fully fund, no, kind of. It's going to half fund our 6-month emergency fund. It's going to fully fund a 3-month emergency fund. So I'm going to set that aside right now. because I'm just going to roll it up into April. Let's see if I can open these. You guys should have seen me this week. We were at Lowe's, and I had my garden envelope with me, and I could not get it open to save my life. Could not. I was a mess. It looked ridiculous. Okay, so $200. $200. Let's color this in, shall we? Can you see me? Do you even care to see me color in a circle? Okay, so $200 in April, which is fantastic. 4th month. Made it through a quarter of the year, which is fantastic. Let's add this into our pile, and honestly, we probably will be able to pull 500 out of here. So in here, in the entire challenge, we have 2,000 sitting in Ally, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 600, 620, 630, $630, $2,630 towards our 10K savings challenge. That is fantastic. And that will be another 500 that can go in the bank and start earning me interest, which is great since I just pulled my tax money out. My interest amount dropped quite a bit from like making $1 a day to 60 cents a day, which is still a great amount. Okay, and then lastly, we have Save with Judy. I love this challenge. It is getting $10 today, and I did decide this is going to go towards our anniversary. So $300 towards our anniversary dinner. We got married on December 23rd, so we don't really go anywhere. Oh, I need to do 2. Because it's a little too hectic, especially with little kids right now. And I like to be home for Christmas Eve with my kids, so we don't ship them off anywhere. So that's 2 more done for Save with Judy. So $300 will cover dinner and whatever else we want to do. Ooh, that fell off. Oh well. Fix it off camera. All right, so Save with Judy now has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, $90 in it. Fantastic. It will be so nice when we get to December, and that's already funded. Our anniversary is already funded. And we do, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, we do Christmas by putting $125 a month into Ally, and it just sits there and gains me interest all year, and then I pull it out in November and use it to buy Christmas presents or Christmas decor or whatever we need. So that's how we do that. Any other things I do? Groceries, I do $700 a month, and then I usually do online order and pickup. So I just keep the money in the bank, and then $400 for gas. My husband gets 200, I get 200, and yeah, it works great. But thank you for joining me today for this stuffing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.